What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the mid 2019 reviews of older technology. And more specifically, we're talking about the iPhone lineup, and even more detailed of that is the iPhone 8 Plus. Now, I did a double eye swipe earlier this year, and I pretty much already talked about, everything that's changed from the previous years. And, the iPhone 8 Plus is not even that old of a phone to begin with. So I don't want to take too much time to kind of talk about all the things that have changed from earlier on this year to now, because in terms of the body and everything, not a lot has. But in terms of the inside and the internals, more specifically the software, a lot has changed for this specific phone. And I kind of want to delve deep and talk about that more in detail. If you want to a more detailed review of the hardware and everything like that, you can watch that earlier video I did earlier on this year. I'll try to link that in the description. If not, you can just search up iPhone 8 Plus in 2019, and my video will probably be one of the first ones that come up. But this phone did come out in 2017, and it's still, it kind of looks a little bit dated in terms of the body, because nowadays we do have, bezel-less phones, and we have a lot of phones with notches and no home buttons. But for a lot of people, that still might be something that they like, because some people don't like the gesture basis. Some people like having something to hold on to on the sides. And for me personally, I do like a fingerprint sensor, and that's something that we still don't have in the newer iPhones. So that is something that you kind of want to consider. The front has a 5.5-inch 1080p panel. It is IPS, and you know what? It's not bad. Like I've said before, I don't think these iPhones ever had horrible panels, not even the iPhone 10 to be honest. But the 8 Plus does have True Tone display, so it makes it look a little bit better. It's not an OLED or anything, but you know what? I think it's good enough. We have the front-facing camera on the front as well, and that earpiece on the front, just like the 7 Pluses and the newer iPhones, doubles as somewhat of a front-facing speaker, so you have that ability with this phone. You have a dual camera setup on the back. Both those sensors are 12 megapixels, and you know what? You still have a lot of capability with these specific sensors. I believe you still have all the functionality that the newer iPhones have in these ones too, so that is a really, really cool thing. And more specifically with iOS 13, you have the ability to kind of edit your photos a little bit more within the stock photo editor. Yes, you can go into the third-party apps on the App Store and edit things through that and edit things through those apps, but you do have a little bit more functionality within the stock setup, so that is really, really cool. And I've been utilizing that quite a bit when I'm doing my YouTube thumbnails and stuff, so that is something that's really, really cool, and I really like that a lot. Now, like I said before, the main thing I kind of wanted to hit on was iOS 13, and more specifically for the iPhone 8 Plus, I do have some, I don't know, problems, but again, these are betas. You're going to run into problems no matter what, so I don't want to delve deep on it too much, but I kind of do want to address them, because this is the mid-2019 review. Once the iOS 13 official build comes out, I'm going to go ahead and make a late 2019 review and kind of talk about the updates, see how iOS 13 was for the 8 Plus so far through the betas. If you're not keeping up with the beta reviews, I, put out whenever they come out for the specific devices. But I'll definitely tell you like this, okay? There were a lot of features that were added to the iPhone 8 Plus to iOS 13. You have dark mode, you have, so many different things, honestly. And even if you're giving up a little bit of stability now, it's really not the end of the world. It's okay. I will tell you that in terms of performance, it has been pretty good. The iPhone 8 Plus has the A11 chip, has 3 gigs of RAM, and it handles iOS 13 very, very well. I don't think there's a problem with it at all. Of course, there's some glitchiness, there's some stuttering in frames, and that is something that I've seen with a lot of the iPhones that I've had, especially the ones that were around the 2016, 2015 era. With the new iOS 13 update, there's been a lot of stuttering. I feel like the phones are faster, but they're almost like stuttering a little bit more and more glitchier. Hopefully with the newer builds, they'll go ahead and fix that. So that is one thing I wanted to hit on. But another thing for my iPhone 8 Plus specifically, I've realized that it is kind of heating up a little bit more usual than like my 7 or 7 Plus or 6S or 6S Plus. So that is a very, very strange thing. I kind of want to go, research that a little bit further, why that specifically happened for the iPhone 8 Plus. It could be the glass spec, it could be something else, but that is something that I definitely do want to kind of hit on once I kind of look further into it. So that is something I will get back to you guys with. Hopefully that doesn't stay on forever, but I'm addressing it now so someone can watch this, and I think I've already put in a ticket for it through Apple's support thing, but if I didn't, I'll go ahead and do it now. So that kind of covers up my experience with iOS 13 so far on the 8 Plus. Now, talking about the longevity of the iPhone 8 Plus, we have so many years left of support. You will literally you'll probably sell this phone or move on to another one before this one even comes to the EOL, the end of life. So in terms of that, you'll be perfectly set. You'll still have many, many years. I don't even think this is half of its life cycle has came through yet. So in terms of software, you'll be set. And in terms of battery life, I think battery life has been pretty good on the iPhone 8 Plus on iOS 13. I don't think it's taken a humongous hit on battery so far. With my iPhone 10, that's the main device that I saw take a huge hit. With my 8 Plus, standby time is pretty good, usability, all that stuff is pretty decent. I don't think it's better yet, but hopefully once the betas get refined, we can hopefully get a little bit more better battery life by the time the official build comes out. And ultimately, that's pretty much it. I think the iPhone 8 Plus is a solid device on iOS 13 so far. Of course, do not install iOS 13 yet on the iPhone 8 Plus. or any iPhone for that matter, just wait until the official build comes out, or at least the public beta comes out. Apparently it should be coming out later this month, but I think that was a typo. They're probably going to release it end of next month, but either or, I still have the iPhone 8 Plus, and I still think it's worth it in mid-2019. If you want to pick up an iPhone 8 Plus, I'll find the cheapest one on Amazon, and I'll link it straight below in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and get it from there. You guys can help support the channel at the same time by purchasing down there, so that helps me so much. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section as well. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.